And welcome back to another live stream on Faraday Academy. I'm going to be working on the curriculum app again. So if you haven't been here before, then this is an open source application. It's just public on my GitHub, Gwen F, and then /curriculum-app. So you can check out the code. I think it has a pretty good README about what's going on. And specifically, we're working off of this project's dev tasks board. Hi, nobodies. How are you? So I have basically my next task is to be able to, or for users to be able to update their information. So I need to create a settings page. And then if I have time on this stream, I'm actually doing okay, except I just burned my hand cooking pasta right before the stream. Why are you doing bad? What's going on? Yeah, if I have enough time, I'll do the delete functionality here for the curriculum. That's one of the last CRUD operations in the whole app that I still have to do. Hi, Robinson. Okay, so let's start with this create settings page. And, oh, okay. Maybe coding will make you feel better. Not sure it works like that. Okay, I'm not logged in right now. So, okay. So anyways, I want to change this button over here and see if I can make it a drop down, and then well, actually not a drop down, but once the user is logged in. So let me go ahead and log in with the user I've already created. I'm going to say Gwen at example.com, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so I have my user, and now I can log out here, but instead of log out, I want to, I don't know, put some kind of user icon or something over here, and then there's a drop down where you can select log out or settings. So I'm gonna first go to the Vuetify docs and find the drop down. Okay. So okay. What would it be called? Well, it's under forms, so let me just search for the forms. In UI components, and file input form input. We could use a combo box because this is kind of like a drop down. Oh no, I'm thinking of something completely different inside the settings. For this, we definitely just want a select menu. That's what we want. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll just use the standard select menu here. So let me copy this. V select. Hi, Mohammed. How are you? And okay, let me go to the code. Here it is. I'm going to rearrange my windows here. All right, and now I need to find the top nav. No, it was just a normal cough. I have allergies, so my so my throat's itchy right now. Now it's gonna be like the Black Plague. Everyone who coughs or sneezes, everybody else is suspicious. Okay, top nav. Okay, so instead of log out here, I want to put the select menu. All right, and And actually, real quick, before I start changing things in here. Hi Lars, how are you? I want to look at the navigation. So in bars, let's see, in the app bar, because they have some default examples with drop downs. So I want to see if, like, this is a drop down that works nicely in the navigation and has links in it. So I'm going to look at the code for that real quick. Slot activator. Oh, okay. V menu. So it's a V menu actually. So actually I was doing it wrong. So let me grab this V menu instead of the select. All right. And actually I'll put it after the logout for right now. So, and this is looping through, okay, and in 5 option N. So it's actually not using data. So let me see if that works. Okay, yeah, that does work. But I don't want these 3 dots. So this is just an icon inside of the button. I guess I'll have user. Let me change it to user and see what. Okay, that works. And now, okay, so I'm gonna have 2 vlist items. So I don't want any of this looping inside of here. I want to get rid of that. And I think I can put a 2 in vlist item and navigate. So 2, and then what is it? Name, the name of the route, and then whatever route I want to go to. Because of you, the enemy team will choose Angular. Wait, why is there Angular? I don't know where that came from. Did I say something about versing or fighting? I can't remember now. Okay, so the first one will be settings, the first item in the drop down, and then the next one will be logout. So log out, and this one will have an @click because now I can't remember what it was. Methods, oh yeah, just logout. Okay, logout. All right, let me see if that works. Why is logout still there? Did I leave it? Oh yeah, I did leave it. I wonder if I should keep these styles here. Oh, okay. Do you guys know each other outside of these streams? Bring your arguments here. Let's see. So I'll put it here. No. I'll put it on the button. Oh, it's not an icon button. That's why it looks so weird. And the hovering is so tight. There it is. So white. Okay, let me change the colors here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Except it's kind of a surprise that it's a drop down when you click on it. I think that's okay for right now. And why is the drop down over the text? Left bottom? I must be doing something wrong. Let me get rid of these and see what happens. Oh, now it's worse. Okay, well, anyway. So settings. So this will navigate to, oh yeah, settings. And then I need to create the settings page though. So in views. Oh, okay. It's a bit transparent. You mean this? The drop down is? I don't know. I think I got lost in the conversation. Okay. So I have this drop down. This settings page doesn't go anywhere right now. There is no settings page. So let's create a new file, settings.vue. And for right now, I'll just give it a regular template with a div that says settings. Okay. So now let's see if it navigates. Nope, it doesn't. So I wonder if maybe here I'll just do a plain string and say settings. I'm pretty sure I can use 2 there. Hi Eunice, how are you? Jonas, is that how you pronounce it? Oh, sweet. Okay, so I have settings. I think that the setting is hidden behind the nav bar or the word settings. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, I have v column, v row, so I'm going to copy this and put it in the settings as well. Okay, and then, oops. And then let me close the column and close the row. Okay, and now I have the settings page. So the only things that I want in here are the user information, which right now, so in the database, if I look at the user model, I have username, email, and password. So I guess I'll let them update these 3 things from settings right now. So I need to get a form. So let me actually in my can put offset Y so the menu is not on top of the bar. Yes, that is good. I need to do that. Okay, so hi grid, by the way. Okay, so oh, this is a template. That's right. So yeah, I won't be using this. I'm gonna get a form. So I'm gonna look for v form. Oh, I forgot. I can't search with the v, so just form. And let me just grab plain form. I'm going to grab the whole thing, including validation. Okay. So I grabbed vform. I'm going to put it in here. And there. So this one has rules for everything. And oh, right. We're using or was it Vuelidate? I think we're using Vuelidate in the rest of the application. So I'm just going to get rid of all these rules real quick. Okay. So get rid of all these rules. I don't actually need a select menu. I thought I did for some reason, but I don't. Okay. So I have those. I don't need a checkbox. Let's see. Don't need the counter. So I do have, well, this one is username, and the label will be username. And then I have email. And I guess none of these were required. So, well, let me put one form. Let me actually have one form that I guess this will be the user info form. And then I'll have a separate form for password because they're going to have to validate their old password and type in a new password. So I want that in a separate form. And actually, this whole thing should be in a card. And then I'll have 2 cards. Okay. So this will be in a V card. And then I'll indent this, and then I'll do V card. Okay, I'm going to just comment out these buttons real quick, and then I'm going to add the script tag so I can have data here. Return an object. And so in the script tag, what am I v-modeling here? Oh, username and email. So I need to add username. Okay, eventually that'll be pre-populated with the user info. So username and email are both strings. Let me see how this looks. Okay, yeah. I think it's being pushed up, but that's weird that all this form would be. Let me see if there's an error. Nope, no error. Okay. So inspect. Yeah, there's nothing inside of here. Oh, this was real dumb. So it's not showing up because settings page is not connected to the router. That's why. Okay, here's my router file. So let's see, login, register. Let me put the settings page here. Settings, and then settings from views, and then let's see, curriculum, ID, login. Let me put it right after register. So, okay, so that's settings, and then this will be settings, and then the settings component will be displayed. Okay, so now I've set the settings path to map to the component. Oh, nope, views auth. Oh, I'm looking for it in the wrong folder. Okay, so there. So it should be just in views. Okay, sweet. That works. Now for the V card, this would look better with spacing. So let me look at the card here. Hi, Kyrie. People keep asking that every stream. I get asked about my hair. Yeah, I tried to cut it. It went real short, and then I just decided that I was going to, the only way I was going to make it even was to shave it. So I'm starting over with hair. Fortunately, I'm stuck in the house anyway, so I can kind of do whatever I want. And, well, I guess I'm on camera every day, so people see it anyways. Okay, so let me see how to get spacing in the card. Okay, that's just using, where are the card components? Oh, the API here. So I have vcard and then vcard text. I guess I'll just use vcard text. So let me go into settings, and inside of here I'll do vcard text. Okay, and then wait, it's here. And then wait, after form, so it's close the vcard text, and then I have to indent this. Okay, that works. And then yeah, that gives me a little bit of spacing. I'm still going to change the grid here though, because that's too wide. So for right now, because I don't have anything, I guess usually I would have a form here and then some kind of image here off to the side, like the user image, but I just have forms for right now, so I'm going to put it in the middle. I tried to begin Vue.js, but with TypeScript. It depends if you know TypeScript already, but if you're learning Vue and TypeScript, I think that's a lot to learn. I don't know, nobody's is a big fan of TypeScript. Okay, so let me put a title on this vcard. So vcard title, and what should I call this? User info. Okay. User info. All right, that looks okay. I am gonna give it some spacing now. So let me get rid of no gutters. Okay, that's better. I'm still gonna add, so in this row, I'm gonna add margin top of 5. That'll give it 20 pixels. Let me try 10. Okay, that gives it 40 pixels. That looks pretty good. So now I have this user info card, and okay, let me add the card actions and then I'll add the password card. I've been spending so much time in Vuetify lately. Oh yeah. So, okay, so I'll put the button, because the form is inside of vcard text, so instead of doing a separate vcard actions, unless I just wrap the whole card in a form. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap the whole card in a form. All right, so vcard, and then where's vcard? Oh yeah, I was taking form out and putting it around. All right, so there we go. And now I have the form wrapping vcard, and I'm gonna do, after here, I'm gonna do vcard actions, and that'll display my buttons nicely because it changes the sizing of the button. Vuetify changes the sizing of the button based off of where you put it. So if it's inside a card or inside a menu, it's smaller and different. I can't remember how it's different, but it's different. So I will take this out and put it in here. And now that's good. Now I'll get rid of this comment. At click validate, reset, and reset validation. Reset, I'm gonna have to make a reset method for them, because it's going to, so basically the form will start with the value for their current username and email. So I'm going to make a custom reset function to reset to that value if they've changed it, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to change this button, and this button is going to be, let's say, primary, which is actually orange in my custom theme. Okay, and then at click will be update user info, and then I'll put submit here, or save. Maybe save is good. Okay, and then yes, in Vue. Hi, James. I don't know. Maybe Jesse can tell you a good resource for types. Not Jesse. Who am I talking about? Maybe nobody's can. Let you know where a good resource for TypeScript is. I really don't use TypeScript that much. Okay, so I have a save button. Let me go ahead and create a method. so I can run a function from that button. So, oops. So in my methods object, create update user info, and then I'm not going to do anything with that yet. So the save button connects to that method, and now I'm going to copy. First, let me get my indentation right. So the V card. Okay, something's off. Let me so V card text, that looks fine now. And V card actions looks okay. And then I have V card, which looks fine. But then why is this V form is off. Okay, so now if I indent that, I'm right again. All right, so now I'm going to add another. So this is really, well, I guess it's in the same column, but it's really another row in the same column. So maybe I'll put this in a row. V row. And then indent this and close that row. And then I'm going to copy all of this and paste it. So let me see how that, oh no. Oh, because I need a column inside of the row. Oh well. So now I have another nested column. So let me undo all this actually. Maybe I'll just create a container on the outside. And, oh, but this is already nested in a container as the page. All right, I'll leave it like it is. I'll just add a column in here. I know that's an extra DOM element though. V column. And then, see, this is where I need CSS grids to not add more DOM elements. But all of these Vue UI component libraries don't use CSS grids. I guess they aren't fully supported in the browsers either. Okay, so, oh, this will be a V column as well. Okay, so those are nested, so I'll do that. Okay, all right, this looks okay. And then for the second form, I just need to change it. So let me unfold it and say password, and this one will be current password, and this one will be new password. Sean Pelling. Thanks, Fabio. Oh, the Net Ninja. I really like the Net Ninja. He's cool. He has a really good way of explaining things. It's really clear. Okay. New password. Current password. All right. So I have these in a form as well. And this one will be called, this method will be called update password. And let me make a new method. All right, so update password, and then let's see, oh, current password, which is also a string, and then new password, which is a string. Okay, so let me see. All right, so those look good. These two boxes. Okay, what's next? So the next thing I want to do is pre-populate these from the state or from the store. I'm not going to pre-populate the password, obviously, but the username and email at least. So I could set up a getter from the store. Hi, Mohammed. The backend is actually in this same repo. So it's linked below, but if you go to gwenf/curriculum-app, you can see that there's a node.js backend. So there's the backend folder and the front end folder. Okay, so I have username and email. Now, if I put that in computed and kind of map it to state and set a getter and setter, is that the best thing, or should I just add a lifecycle hook here? Does anyone have a recommendation? I'm going with lifecycle hook right now because it's easier, but might not be the best thing. Let's see. So I'm going to do mounted, and then this dot username equals, let's see, this dot, well, it will be in the state. Let me go ahead and map the state because I don't want to do all the $ stuff. Let me just import that from Vuex. So import map, so I have access to the state in this component. Map state from Vuex. Okay, and then map state. So I'll have to create the computed to map state so we can watch for updates. So that'll be map state, and then what kind of state? So it's namespaced on, it's a Vuex module. So it's auth, and then I think it's just user. I'm storing a user object in Vuex state. So I'll map that to this component, and then I have access to it with this.user. And then I think I have a username on there. So, okay. And now I will also do this.user.email. Okay. And then I have email. So this.email will map to that. And I think that should work. Let me see. Oh, sweet. It does work. And that's the initial value. All right. So I have those done. Man, my computer is running so hot right now. I don't know why. I'm getting a new laptop this summer because this is almost 5 years old and it's totally crashing for exporting videos. It takes so long, and I'm just hoping that I don't run out of space and it doesn't crash. Okay, so I have these mapped. Now I need a reset because if I change it here, the user has no way to go back to the original without refreshing the page, which is annoying. So, are you laughing at my computer troubles? Okay, so let me create a reset method here. No. So I have a Linux laptop, which is nice. I was thinking about getting a new Linux, but the problem is I have, like, my video editing software and stuff runs on Mac, my screencasting, and this software too that I use for live streaming runs on Mac. So yeah, I am getting a new Mac, another Mac. Pretty soon, maybe in the next month or so. I'm excited to have a larger hard drive. This one's 256, so it's, what am I doing here? I'm not paying attention. This one's 256, so it's really not large enough. Like, I can't store anything locally anymore because all my applications take up all the space. And then, like, if I'm working on mobile for a client, then it's like Android apps take up like 7 gigs every time you build for a different Android version. Anyways, that's aside from what I'm doing. So, okay, now I have the reset button, which, okay, so all this reset method really should do is reset these to what they were before, to what they are currently on state. So I think it'll just work copy paste just like that, because I haven't updated what the actual values in the Vuex store yet. Okay. Hi Kingsley, how are you? All right. User info, user actions, that's where the button is. So now I'm going to uncomment this reset button. And, well, let's see. Okay, so that looks okay, but I don't like the spacing. So I'm actually going to put it after this. Let's try to put it here. Oh, undo. So paste it there. And then I think I want it on opposite ends. So I'm going to use that Vuetify built in. And Vuetify just has everything built in. I've done a little bit with NativeScript Vue, and I really like it. It honestly feels very much like React Native. So I've deployed apps in React Native before. I haven't deployed any apps in NativeScript Vue, so I don't have, a full end-to-end view of how NativeScript Vue works, but I've used the components and stuff, and I really like it so far. It's been at 1.0 for a year now. I really should stream it sometime soon. What was it? Oh, vSpacer, that was it. So vSpacer will push these buttons apart, I think. Will they? Will it? Yes, it will. Okay. But let me get rid of that margin they added. Oops. And okay, so that looks okay. Maybe this needs to be a text button because it looks really weird like that. Let me try making this a text button. So text. Actually, that looks good. I like this. You mean NativeScript Vue or emitting events in here? Oh yeah, in June I am going to do a live stream series for NativeScript Vue. Probably like a hackathon style. Okay, now I'm mapping this to the component, and now if I update this, I reset and it goes back. Sweet. So now let me set up the save functions. So first for user info. So what do I need to do? So let's see. Okay, so I need some kind of a payload object and const. And I need to optionally put username and email, but only if they provide it. So I guess what I'll do is create this object, and then what should I do? I plan on streaming about 20 more minutes because I need to go eat, and I also burned my hand right before the stream, just a little bit, but I want to go take care of it. So yeah, I think an hour is pretty good for the stream. Hopefully I get done with the settings before I'm done, or before the hour's up. Okay, so update user info. So I could say if if this dot username, then payload dot username equals this dot username. Is this a good way to do it? Maybe. And then if this dot email, then I could say payload dot email equals this dot email. So I think native script Vue is further along. Isn't that, I mean, aside from, what is it, weeks, that's the go-to project for Vue. Thanks, Mohammed. I really like live streaming. This is fun for me too. So this dot, okay, so I don't have a method for this yet. So update user info, and then let's see, what should I call it? We always get stuck in this dilemma, what to call a method. Update user, is that what I should call it in Vuex? Let's look in the store. So should it be in my auth? No, it's not. So I could make a user module, or I could just mix it in with the rest of this. I think I'm going to make another module because that's a good pattern now that my Vuex store is growing. Maybe because we've been cooking more. I've definitely been cooking at home a lot more. Well, some of it's not really cooking, like smoothie bowls and noodle cups, but I have been actually cooking too. Okay, so let me just copy this file and from the auth module and paste it in here. Okay, so I have auth URL. Oh, right, because I didn't make, where is it? In my actions, where is it? This Axios config where I'm setting the base URL for all my calls. I'm not using it yet in my auth. So I should change that. Let's see. How am I importing it in actions? Oh yeah, I'm importing Axios from Axios config. So let me go ahead and change that. That's something I need to do anyway. So, but except it's up a directory now. So it'll be that. Okay. And then this auth URL. Slash auth v1 slash auth. Okay, so that will be oh yeah, now I'm starting something new that I wasn't doing before. Okay, see, I see things I need to fix. I think they're going to be quick, and then they're not quick. Okay, so I'm going to have to change. Oh, it's only two. It's actually only two functions, right? Yeah, because I'm sneakily not calling the API for logout. Okay, so this will just be, delete that and call auth slash register, and then auth slash login. And just to be sure, yeah, I don't have a leading forward slash here. Okay, so that's good. So let me get out of my auth, and now I'm back in my user, which is what I want to do anyways. So right, oh, I am going to import Axios from my Axios config. So I have my base set up there, and up a directory Axios config. Okay, get rid of that. All right, and now in my actions, I can delete those actions. So actually my user should be stored here maybe instead of auth. But for right now, I'm going to leave that out and leave it in auth. Okay, and here I'm going to do update user. And now I need to make an API call. And then I have update user here too. So I have one in auth and one in here. Okay, well that's fine because it works here. So here I need to do, let's see, in axios.post. So I'm going to copy that. And that's probably not needed. Oh, when did you say that? Sorry, I missed that. What's not needed? Okay, so here I don't actually have an endpoint for this. So I have users. So let me think. I have users and then, okay. I've said too many things since then. Yeah, me neither. So I have users and then what should it be? It should be /user ID when I call the API. So I need to have a user ID there. So I'm going to have to pass that in. And then user ID. Or I could just map it from my other module state. So I'm going to need commit here. And then if I do root state, and then so from root state dot, how did I do this? I don't even remember. Let's see if I'm using it anywhere else. Nope, I'm only using it here. So root state, I guess it might be auth because that's the namespace for it, and then /user.id. So I think that's what I need here. Oh, right. I was doing it. Oh yeah. Root equals true. Root is true. I was setting because I needed it. I needed to call a mutation from another place in my Vuex store. That was it. So that won't work here, but I can get my user ID from over here in my auth module in my user object, because they shouldn't be on the settings page in the first place if they don't have a user ID, but I will check for that at some point. Okay, so I have users /user ID. I'm making a call there, so I need to create that in my backend. Let me go to what should I go to? Oh, in user. Oh no, that's in my database. Let me go into my API and go into users, and then so I have a get request for user /user ID /curricula to get all of the curricula that belong to that user. And then I have just get the user information. And then, okay, so this should be a patch, I guess. So let me, where is it? So on the front end, exit that. So on the front end, oh yeah, patch. Let me do patch here because I'm updating the user. So in the back end now, let me do a patch request or set this up. So first of all, I'm getting the user ID from the path params, and then now from request.body, I need to get the what was it? What am I sending? Oh, username and email. So const username and email equals request.body. So because I'm passing those in as an object. And now I need to update in the database. So fortunately, I'm doing that already with curricula. So let me find a patch here. So I'm updating the type of something. Put patch. Okay. Getting all this information. And then, okay, so I have to find it. I have to find the right object in the database. Oh, I'm finding a nested object here. So, and then I basically update it and then save. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and update it for my needs. All right, so I won't need a nested object. That's fine. So the document I'm finding, find by ID, will be, oh, it will be /ID. So, okay, but I'm setting it to user ID. That's fine. So I'm finding this from the user object. Hi, Obriso. Yeah, have a great weekend. Okay, so am I importing the user object here? Yeah, I am. So user. Okay, so I'm looking in the database for a user by this ID. Then I'm finding it. I'm going to say it's user actually. Okay, and then here I'm going to say user dot email equals email, and then user dot username equals username, and then I'll do user dot save, and I'll return res dot send. I guess I'll just send a 201 or okay or something. That's fine, because it's been updated and I've already updated it on the front end, which is good. All right, so that should work for a patch. So let me go back to the front end. In my actions here, I'm calling this update user method to user/user ID with a patch request, passing the payload, which, what is the payload? Oh yeah, I still have to finish this component. So I need to pass in the payload. So payload, oh right, and then I'll have to check if there's a username or email. All right, so this dot update user, pass it the payload with username and email. I need to map that to this component. So I'm mapping state already. I need to map actions, so I get that method from Vuex. So in methods, I have map actions, which is, so on the user Vuex, or the user namespace in my Vuex, I'm mapping update user. Why is this? Oh, right, because I have to put the 3 dots first. Because this is going to be, I'm mapping this method to it. Okay. So, okay, so I'm calling this dot update user, which is this method, and then I'm going to just commit the update, so I'll run this mutation that I have down there, which is update user, and then pass it the payload. Wait, no. So this is conditional updates. Oh, right. So I can pass it the payload here, and then what I'll do here is copy state.user, and then anything passed in on the payload will overwrite what's already on the user object. That should work. Okay. Oh, right. WebStorm or VS Code. I really like VS Code. Obviously, I use it. It's just so robust for a free editor. It works really well. But there's a lot of automation and stuff that you get from all the WebStorm products. What's the Python one? Oh, PyCharm. PyCharm is excellent. I really like that. Honestly, I haven't used WebStorm in a long time. Okay, so I am committing here. So why is it saying, oh, did I put it? I put it outside of the method. What am I doing? Okay, so there, that's better. And now it's calling this update user with the payload. So now on the back end, because in the form I might only update one part, but maybe I'll just save both and, you know, update an extra field. Should I or should I not? Should I do that? No, let me check. Yeah, I think the right thing to do is to update only what I need to. So here I should check and say if email user.email equals email, and then if username. Okay, that's not a lot of code, and I think it's better. Okay, so the funny thing is with VS Code though, I can't resolve this. Let me look for that. I wasn't originally going to use it because because it was, I guess because it was a Microsoft product, and I just thought, you know, I don't use C#, so I'm not going to use VS Code. But because I was giving a talk at an event and I was using Sublime, and Sublime does not zoom in on the sidebar. Like if I press plus or minus in Sublime, it doesn't zoom in. And so to give the talk, I had to download VS Code so it would zoom. And yeah, and once I downloaded it, I was like, oh, this is really good. So then I started using it. All right, so I'm going to change my name here to Gwendolyn. And wait, I want to see my network first. So save it. Save it. Nothing happened. Oh, let me look at my back end. Something's wrong. Okay, so refresh. Okay, something is not getting called. So let's see, update user info. Is that even mapped to the form? Let's see. At click on button. Oh, because it's inside a form. So I wonder if I need @click.prevent. I don't know if I do, but let me see. Prevent. Okay, so I reset it. Let me see. Gwendolyn. Why isn't it doing anything when I hit save? It says update user info when I click. Let me see if an event is firing. I have update user info. Am I spelling something wrong? I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so here's my button. Update, no, it's spelled the same. It's @click. That's right. Save. So it's something in my method, maybe? Payload, start update user. Let's see. So, okay. Console.log. Oh, wait, I do have an error. Oh, that was dumb. I should have checked my errors here before. Yes, I have 2 forms. It is on the right form. Oh, but that does remind me, though, that I gave the same ref to both forms, so they're both called the same thing. This one is password form. Thanks. Okay. So now... Okay, what's this warning? Property or method valid is not defined on the instance. Oh, valid. Oh, so the form is V modeling to... Oh, okay, so I need valid, and this is what they're doing. Let me go back to form here. So this is from Vuetify. Where is the thing that I copy pasted? It's right here. Okay, so valid is true. Okay, so I'll just make 2 valid booleans here. So valid password form, and this will be true. And then what should I call this one? Valid user form. Okay, just to be pedantic, let me switch the order. Okay, valid user form, valid password form, and let me map those. V model, valid password form, and then valid user form. Okay. That wasn't my main problem, but I think that gets rid of my error anyway. Yes, it does. Okay, namespace not found. Oh, I'm not even importing my Vuex module into my index here. So like I have my auth module, I'm not importing my user one. Okay, that's why it was doing nothing. Okay, and now I need to register it as a module. So, user. Okay, that's good. Let's see if this works. Save. Doing nothing. It did something. So, oh, created. I need an updated. What's updated? Is that 200? 203? What is that? What is that HTTP code? Okay. So now if I come to user. No, I'll have to log out and log back in real quick. Let me just try that. Wait, why is user showing there? Oh, right, because I forgot to check if the user's logged in to show that. Let me go to the top nav now. Let me say, where is, okay, so I have vif here, user.token. So if they're logged in, if they're not logged in, it'll show the login button. So all I have to do here is add the v-else. And that should take care of that. Yeah. So now I'll log back in as Gwen at example.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And now user settings. Gwendolyn. Yes, so it did update. It's just not updating on the front end right now. That was kind of the roundabout way of checking, I guess. All right. So, oh, it's been an hour already, over an hour. Let me see if I can just get it to update on the front end real quick. It's just one more thing. There's always one more thing. So, okay. So what about Gwendolyn 1? And I'm going to follow the mutation in here. So let's say save. Okay, so it's not actually running update user. Now, why isn't it running update user? It runs auth update user in the beginning. So why doesn't it run this one? Let me look at how auth update user is set up. Well, it's the same way. So update user res.data. So what am I doing wrong here? I'm doing commit update user, sending it the payload, whatever I pass in. Hi Aslam, how are you? Why? Let me try it again. Save, okay. Oh, now it's giving me 401, saying I have an invalid token because I logged out and it's not. Is it not giving me a token again? So I messed up something in my auth. So I have a token here. I have a token and for some reason it's saying it's not valid. So how should I start? It's in my Axios. So I'm pulling the token from local storage and then yeah, setting it to bearer token basically. And then in my network request, let's see what I'm doing. Where is my authorization header? Authorization. Oh, it's an empty string. Okay. All right, thanks. Oh, right. You're right too. I have no state declared in that module, so I'm trying to update something that's not there. Okay, so many things. All right, for one thing, why is it saying my token's undefined? So local storage.get item token, and then in my local storage, I have an item called token. Why isn't it pulling the token? That's weird. I did just change around this Axios config, so I wonder if I'm not pulling it in right. If it's not setting the header. Oh, but it must be setting it as an empty string or it wouldn't be there in the first place. Okay, I'm juggling two things in my head right now. Let me first take this update user. So I have state here. How do I get to root state so I can update the user on auth? Let me see. View x mutations access root state. Commit. Oh yeah, I can, that's what I need to do. I can commit to, so let me, I guess, get rid of this. Oh wait, so let me take this because I want to put the same thing. That's right. So I have to do it here, but instead of what I have now, because I might be passing in not the full user but a partial user. So if I have anything here, I want to save those but overwrite it if I pass in the payload. Okay, so that's good, nobody's, because now I can just call, I can get rid of this and just call update user, or no, auth. It'll be auth/update user. Pass in the payload and set root. Oh, it's an object, so I'll set root to true. Okay, I think that will work. Okay, so I think that's one bug. But now why is Axios not setting the token anymore? Let's see. Because it was doing it a minute ago because the call worked. And now it's not doing it. I'm just gonna hard refresh. Okay. So let me look at the network. Okay, get rid of that. So in view all, I make a request. I make two requests. Those go through. And oh, my face is in the way. Move. Okay. And then I have the correct authorization token in there. That's good. So now, okay, so I guess in this file, where is it? So when I import that into actions, I'm importing that Axios config. And then it's passing the token with all these curricula stuff because that works. Yeah, that works. And then in here though, let me get rid of those. It's working now. What the heck? Okay, something was just off, I guess. Or maybe it was the error that I had in Vuex that was stopping it somewhere. Anyway, it worked. That's good. And now if I refresh, sweet, it updated the state locally. All right, so that's all working. Awesome. And so next time I'll have to handle the password and make an auth endpoint for updating the password. And then, yeah, there's only a few more things to do to finish before I publish this live. I keep saying like next time I'm going to push this live, but I think once I get the password update working, so once I get the password update working and the ability to delete a curriculum, the next thing is I guess all of that can wait. All of that can wait. So those are the two things, and then I'm really going to push this live once those two things are completed. So I'm going to move create settings page to complete, and then update. Let me put update password functionality here. Okay, so these two things will be completed in the next stream, and then I'm gonna host this on a server somewhere. All right, thanks so much for helping out, for watching the stream and everything. By the way, I did just upload, so when the stream started, YouTube had just finished, what do you call it? Approving or processing? Oh, processing a video. So I uploaded a video on Vuetify, so you can check that out on my channel. And I'll be in Discord later if you want to chat. The link to the Discord chat is below. Thanks so much. Have a good night, everybody.